Hi guys, today we're going to be doing our section all about abs. So grab your mat, grab your water, that's all you're going to need. You're going to start by laying on your back, so coming down onto your back, bending your knees, tailbone's heavy on the mat. Let's just start by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, feel those ribs expand, exhale, draw that belly button in. You're going to bring your hands up towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers. You're going to place them right behind your neck here. So elbows are wide, chin is tucked in. We're going straight into our ab curls today. So you're going to exhale to come up, inhale to come down. So as you do this, making sure again that you're keeping your hips level, core is drawn in, belly button's drawn up and in. You're folding at those lower ribs here. Just coming up and down. The tips of the shoulder blades are going to stay on the mat here. So exhale to come up, feel those abs contract, feel them flatten out, and then inhale to come down. Good, we're going to do a couple more, just warming up those upper abs. And then you're going to stay up here. So let's stay up. You're going to take your right hand out from underneath your head, and we're actually going to reach for that right heel. And then coming back to center, and then reaching. So think about shrinking that side of your waist. You're shrinking this hip bone, or the space between this hip bone and that rib. And you're really just moving through that side. So the other hip shouldn't come off the ground at all. And you're reaching here, feeling the sides of your waist working. We're gonna do 5 more here for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. This time you're going to stay on the side. Take that hand, bring it across, and we're going to reach up towards that opposite knee. So you're reaching across. This time you're shrinking the space between this rib bone and the opposite hip bone. So you're really going to feel those obliques working here. This should be quite challenging after a few reps anyway. You're going to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, really reach, last one. Good, bring that hand back behind your head, right away other side. You're going to reach for that heel, bending from the side of the waist again. So notice how I'm not letting my opposite hip pop off the floor here. You want to feel like just the side waist is doing the work as you really try to reach for that heel. The further you reach, the harder this is going to be. Let's do 5, 4, 3, shrinking those muffin tops, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring that hand across. We're going to reach for the outside of that opposite knee. You're coming up and reaching here. So now we're thinking about crossing. You're really trying to shrink that space between opposite rib and hip for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Bring the hands down. Don't come down yet. You're going to cross back and forth here. Just rotating back and forth for 6, 5, 4, 3. Ribs are turning. Last 2, 1. Hold it center. 10 little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Take a little rest here, just a baby one. And then we're going to come up again. So coming up, giving those abs a tiny break, kind of helps, but not so much. You're going to lift one leg up for tabletop, and then we're going to lift the other leg up for tabletop. So we're going to be in this position here. Knees should be right over top of the hips, head's heavy in your hands. Right away, we're going to take that right hand out and we're going to reach for the heel, or where the heel used to be. So we're kind of reaching past our right hip here, shrinking the side of your waist. So deja vu to what we just did, but now a little more intense here. So if you find it's too hard, you can always put one foot down. And if that's too hard, you can always put the other foot down. But for those of you who want the extra challenge, you can bring the legs up. This is going to get the lower abs working as well. Let's take that right hand, cross it to the left. We're going to come up and reach. And you're reaching past that left knee here. Again, folding from those lower ribs, you're going to reach for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center right away, switching that left hand out. You're going to reach and side bend. We're reaching towards that left leg. So staying on the same side here, feeling the sides of the ribs working, sides of the waist working. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. God, you're gonna bring this hand across. We're almost done. We're gonna reach towards the outside of that right leg, and you're crossing here. So bringing that that left rib towards that right hip for 6, 5, 4, come up a little higher, 3, 2, 1, come back to center. You're just gonna turn here, keeping the elbows back behind the head. We're rotating here for 6, 5, 4, 3, your abs should be on fire right now, 4, and last one, can't count, bring those legs down, and then let's take a little rest. Now this time we're gonna stretch all the way up, reach the hands over top of your head, take a deep breath in, stretching out those abs, take a deep breath out, relaxing, and then this time you're gonna take another deep breath in. We're gonna go into our roll-ups here, so flexing the feet, bringing the hands up towards the ceiling, nodding the chin. You're gonna roll all the way up, and then reaching past the toes. So get a nice stretch here through the backs of the legs. And then we'll do that 2 more times. So again, we're working on that spinal mobility here. So tuck that tailbone under, draw the belly button in, roll the shoulders back. You're gonna go down bone by bone by bone, which seems to be a lot harder after you've done all those crunches. Nodding the chin, you're gonna come all the way up, reaching past the toes. Take a nice stretch, tuck that tailbone under, belly button draws in, shoulders back. Last one, we're gonna roll all the way down. Reach the hands back behind the head, flexing the feet, nodding the chin, coming all the way up. Reach past, good. Next, we're gonna go into a rolling like a ball, which is kind of a fun one. Not too intense on the abs, but you still wanna be using them. So you're gonna bend your knees, roll your shoulders back. You're gonna lean back to the base of your tailbone. So you're kind of tucking your tailbone under here. We're lifting one foot and then the other foot. So now we're balancing. And we're just gonna make sure our knees stay in this position, so you can grab the front or behind, whatever feels better for you. And then you're gonna round your belly, roll back just to your shoulder blades, and then come right back up. I'm gonna do that a couple more times. So inhale, go back, exhale to come up. And you don't wanna change this angle here, it should stay the same. So inhale back, exhale up. We'll do a couple more. Use your abs to bring you up. And try to have a little bit of fun with this one, it's kind of fun. So let's do 2 more like this. Good, we'll do 1 more. And 1 more just for good luck. This one I want you to hold it. So stick the landing here, keep your feet elevated. We're gonna go right into our boat pose to low boat pose. So reach the legs out, arms are coming out to the side, and then coming back in. If this is too hard, take your hands back behind you, and then you can reach the legs. If that's too hard still, you can always just do 1 leg. So for those of you who want the more advanced one, hands out to the side, legs are forward, drawing it in. So you're gonna inhale and exhale. Good, we're gonna do 6 like this for 6. Keep those legs straight, belly button drawn in. You've got 4, 3, 2, you can do it. Last one. Good. And then bringing the legs down. Next, we're actually going to roll back onto our back. Last little thing here on our back. So this one's really good for hip mobility, but it's also really good for core stability. So you're going to keep both legs long, kind of make sure they're heavy. Bring your right leg up and straight up towards the ceiling here. So you can give yourself a nice little stretch here if that feels good for you. And then from here, what we're gonna do is just draw circles with that leg. So pointing the toe, you're just gonna draw circles on the ceiling. With this exercise, you are gonna keep your core engaged. You're gonna feel a little bit of work happening in the front of your leg here. So you're gonna inhale, come across, exhale, circle around. Inhale, cross, exhale, circle around. Good. If this is too intense on the thigh, you can just bend the knee here. So same idea, it's really more for your hip stability and moving the leg in the hip. And then let's reverse the direction. So you're gonna come out to the side and then circle around. Out to the side, circle around. Keep the opposite leg anchored on the ground. Good. And then bring it back towards center. You're going to lift your head up, pull your head towards your leg here. Good. And then hold, bring it down. We're going to go right away to the other side. So pulling that leg for a little bit of a stretch. And then you can bring the hands down. You're going to start by circling in and then all the way around. Circle in and then around. This opposite leg is heavy on the mat, so it's not lifting up. And you're reaching that leg long towards the window, keeping the core engaged here. Good, let's reverse. You're gonna open out and then circle round. Open out and then circle round for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's draw that leg in. Pull it towards your head. If this is too much for you, you can bring your head down. But we're going to transition into our scissor kicks here. So you're going to pull towards you and then switch side. Pull towards you and then switch side. Good. You're going to do 6, 5. Keep those legs long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Give yourself a nice little hug. Roll back and forth here. And then we're going to transition onto our side. So laying on your side, this time I want your hand flat out on the floor. Both legs are going to be long. Head's going to be resting on your hand here. You want to make sure that your hips are in line. This top hand can be in front of you. And you're going to lift the top leg just up and down here, staying nice and long through the side of the waist. You're exhaling to lift. Good. 3, 4, 5. Hold the leg here. You want it to be just about level with your hip. Then you're going to exhale and lift that bottom leg and slowly lower. Inhale, lift the top. Exhale, lift the bottom and slowly lower. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you do this, try to think about this waist helping to lift your leg as well as your inner thigh. Stay nice and long here. We'll do 2 more like this. Abs are engaged. Good. And now we're going to do both legs together. So draw that belly button in. You're going to exhale, lift both legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Good. So you're using the side of your waist here to really lift those legs up. If you want more of a challenge, you can always place that top hand on top. Good. And stay nice and long. So think about a string being pulled from your head to your toes. And you're getting long here. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, last variation. We're going to press into that bottom hand and we're going to reach for our knee as we come up with our upper body and our lower body and then coming down. So exhale, come up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come down. Feel the side of your waist working here, exhaling to come up. So think about bending in one plane. So like you look like a V, just a little challenging. If you're having a really hard time with this, you can place one hand in front. Okay, let's do 2 more here. Try not to bend forwards. You're just bending from the side. This last one, I want you to hold it up here. You're gonna hold and try to reach for that knee for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Whew, you should feel the side of your waist pretty sore on that side. Then let's come up onto our elbow and our knees. So we're going to go into side plank here. So we're not going to hold it for super long, but pick the variation that works for you. So this would be kind of your level 1 here. Both knees down, elbows run underneath the shoulder. Level 2, one leg's long, other knee is underneath your hip. And then the last variation would be from your feet. So making sure that you're really pressing up and pulling your elbow in towards you using the side of your waist here. We're going to lift the top arm up and then reach underneath. Think about pressing your hips forward, especially as you reach up. Keep the side waist activated here. Keep lifting up. You're just opening and closing that arm You're gonna do 4, 3, 2, good. Last one, I want you to hold it here. Just dip your hips an inch and then lift. Dip and lift for 3, 2, and 1. Nice, coming all the way down. Bring that bottom leg in front of you and then bring that back leg behind you so you're kind of sitting in sort of a mermaid stretch. This is too confusing, don't worry about it. You can just sit in a kneeling position too. And all you're gonna do is reach that left hand forwards, and then you're going to just side bend here, just to get a nice stretch through the side of your waist. Take a couple of deep breaths. Really take this time to kind of stretch it out and relax before we move to the other side. And then we'll do a little counter stretch, so just going in the opposite direction here, reaching up and over. Keep both your hips anchored here. If you want to look under that left arm, that'll give you a little more stretch. Good. And then let's go to the other side. So we're going to be laying on our left side this time, or whatever the opposite side is that you didn't do. We're going to start with our legs long. So make sure you're nice and aligned here. Shoulders are in line with your hips. Feet are in line with your hips as well. Hand is down flat on the mat. So from this position here, you can have one hand in front. We're just going to lift and lower that top leg. So keep the toe pointed here. You're feeling the side bum working, a little bit of the side waist working here. Belly button and ribs are drawn in. You're exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower here. All right, we'll do a couple more, just getting that side bum warmed up. And then let's hold the top leg. From here, you're going to exhale, meet it with the bottom leg, and then slowly lower them together. Inhale, lift the top, just to about hip height. You don't need to go any higher. And then exhale, lift the bottom, and slowly lower. Good. We'll do that a few more times. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. You're going to do about 6 more like this. Still staying nice and long. If you need more challenge, you can bring that top arm on top of your thigh. Still drawing those ribs and belly button in. Let's do 2 more just like this. And then now we're going to move on to the next variation. So lifting both legs up. So you're going to exhale, lift both, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift both, inhale, lower. Relax your shoulders with this one. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Head stays down for these last few. Last 2. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good. Let's move on to the last variation where we're going to reach for our knee as we lift the legs as well. And coming down. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try not to bend forwards here. You just want to be bending to the side of your waist here. So just shrinking the side of your waist. You're going to do 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Little pulses here. Reach for that knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come all the way down. Bend those knees. We're going to go into our side plank variation. So remember, we've got the side plank from the knees, level 1, level 2 with the foot down, and then level 3. I'm going to do level 3 today. We're going to go from the feet. So think about hugging that elbow in towards your side. It should be right underneath your shoulder. Hips are turned forward, feet are stacked. And if you want kind of an in-between, you can always put this foot in front. Top arms up above. You're going to reach under, and then exhale, lift. Inhale, reach under, and exhale, lift. Keep those hips pointed forward here. You're just moving the arm and twisting through the ribs, but the hips should stay facing forward. Okay, last one. Reaching under, hold the arm up. You're going to do little dips here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming down. Bring that bottom leg forward. Bring that back leg back so that your your bottom foot was on top of your other knee. And then you're going to just take your hand towards that back leg and reach up and over. So we're just getting a side bend, side stretch through that left side of your waist now. Take a couple deep breaths And then exhale. Let's go to the other side. Reaching up and over. Looking underneath that top arm. Good. And then coming back. Great. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to all fours. So getting set up here, let's just do a couple cat and cows. So knees are right underneath your hips, hands are right underneath your shoulders. We're going to round our back on our exhale. Inhale, we're going to drop our belly towards the mat, looking forwards. Exhale, round like you're rounding over a beach ball. And then inhale, drop your belly down, feel your tailbone spread apart here. And then exhale, press up, draw that belly button in. And exhale, look forward. Sorry, inhale, look forward. Good, and then come back to a neutral spine here. So hands again are right underneath those shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips here. And all we're going to do from this position is we're going to lift that right leg back, lift that left arm forwards. So you can stay here just holding this position, or if you want a little extra ab challenge today, we're going to bring our knee and elbow together and then reach apart. So bringing that knee and elbow together, so these are opposite arm and leg, and then reaching apart. Inhale to kind of crunch here, exhale to lengthen and reach. Inhale, crunching, exhale, reaching. Let's do 5 more here for 5. 4, 3, 2, nice, and last one, you're gonna hold here, try to think about getting nice and long, neck is long for 3, 2, 1, bring the arm down, bring the leg down, right away to the other side. So lift that left leg back first, make sure your hips are even, and you're not turning up or dropping down too much. Then you're gonna lift that right arm. You can stay there, or you can bring the elbow to knee together. Coming in together, you're folding, kind of crunching, and then you're lengthening for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, you're gonna hold here, get nice and long, push the mat away from you with that opposite arm, lifting up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring the hand down. Let's sit back into a child's pose here, take a little break. You can turn your palms up towards the ceiling to feel a little bit more passive in this stretch. Think about pushing your tailbone back towards your heels and just relaxing. Good, come forwards. You're gonna come right onto your belly here. So we're gonna go into a bit of a swimming exercise. So we did a lot of forward folding. Now we're just gonna try to even ourselves out with a little bit of back extension. So laying flat, you're gonna have your nose pointed towards the mat. We're just gonna lift one leg up, squeezing that bum. Make sure that your bum is engaged here, so you're squeezing your bum. And then you're gonna lift the opposite arm. So if you got your right leg up, then you wanna have your left arm up, and then coming down. Exhale, lift the left leg, and then the opposite arm. Good, so you're just gonna exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Belly button's drawn in here. If you find it's hurting your lower back, just separate your legs a little bit more. But ideally, you don't want to be lifting up past those lower ribs. So lower ribs stay down on the mat. Good, we're just going to start speeding this up a little bit more. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower, lift, and lower. Good, and then let's hold this side. We're going to do little pulses here. Lifting up from the bum and from the shoulder for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bring it down, other side for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Let's lift the other side up. So now we're kind of in the Superman position. Really draw those shoulders back. Bum is engaged, abs are engaged. We're going to do opposite arm and leg lifts. Like we're swimming, just back and forth. Although this is a lot harder than it would be in water. So you're going to go up and down here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, and then come all the way down. Good. You can push back into a child's pose here. Taking a nice stretch. pushing your bum back towards your heels. Good, and let's come forward, and we're actually going to come up to our high knee position here. So I'm going to face you this way for just a second, just because I want you to kind of see what we're doing here. So I'm going to bring my arms up, and then I'm going to lean back. And actually, you'll probably see me better doing it this way now that I think about it. You're going to lean back, and then come forward. So exhale, lean back, reach the arms up. Inhale, come forward. So as you do this, you're just leaning back as far as you can control using the front of your legs. Good, and keeping that core engaged. So I don't want to see any of this happening. You're staying in one nice straight line. Good, and then arms come up as you lean back. Okay. And this time we're going to keep the arms up. You're going to lean back, and we're just going to rotate and try to tap our right heel, and then come forwards. Exhale, lean back, tap the left heel, and then come forward. So hands stay up the whole time. You're rotating as you lean back here. You want to feel the front of the legs working here, but also the core. Nice. Let's do 3 more on each side here for 3. Nice. For 2. Good. Last one on each side. And coming back forwards. Nice work. Let's bring the hands down. We're going to go into our front plank. So lots of fun coming down onto the elbows here. So you have the option to be from your knees. So if you want to do the knees, then you want to have your knees back behind your hips. Elbows are going to be flat on the ground. If you want a little more challenge, you can lift those knees up and stay in this plank position. So think about drawing those ribs up and in, pressing into the mat. Hands can be flat down or together. You're just going to slide your nose forwards over your thumb and then back. Slide forwards and back. So think about being a saw here. And you're just sliding back and forth for 5, 4, 3, keep the abs engaged, last 2, and 1. Hold it here, and then you're going to bring the knees down. Take a little child's pose stretch. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're going to transition into our downward facing dog. So hands come flat on the mat, toes tuck under. You're going to press back into a downward facing dog. Bending one leg and then the other, just to stretch out those hamstrings. Be a little more passive in this exercise here. This is kind of a bit of a stretch. A little break. And then let's press both heels back evenly. You're going to take an inhale. Then I'm going to get you to take an exhale. You're going to come forward, draw one of those knees in towards your chest, and then press back. And then let's exhale, come forwards, draw the other knee underneath you, and then press back. You're going to exhale, draw the right knee, press back, and then the left knee. Good. So you're coming forwards into a plank each time here, and then just stepping back into that downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to bring that right knee in, and we're going to hold it here. You're going to hold, and just see if you can tap that opposite elbow, and then bring it back to center. Tap the opposite elbow, back to center. For 3, 2, 1, stepping back into that downward dog. And yes, we have to do this on the other side. So last little thing here, you're going to bring that left knee in, tapping the right elbow, and then back to center. Tap the right elbow, back to center. For 3, 2, 1, stepping back. Take a little head nod here. And then let's bring the knees down. You're going to cross the ankles. And then we're going to go into our very last core burning exercise. And then we're done, I promise, guys. You're going to roll back. It's only going to take like 30 seconds. And we're just going to go into our series of core exercises. So let's come up into our ab curl first, making sure we're connected here properly. Elbows are wide. So you can keep the hands behind the head at any point if you find your neck is getting tired here. You're going to bring one leg up for tabletop, then the other leg up. So keeping that core strong, you're going to bring your right knee in towards your chest. Reach your left leg long. If it hurts your neck, bring one hand behind your head. And then you're going to exhale and switch legs. Good. So you're really strong with both legs here as you reach. Stay up in that ab curl for 6, 5, 4, 3, nice, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Hands behind your head. No break here. Right into the bicycle crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Elbows wide. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Double leg stretch. You're going to reach the legs long. Reach the hands over your head and then circle around. Good. Exhale to circle around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, last exercise. We're going into that double leg stretch again, or sort of that scissor leg stretch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. Hug those knees in. Relax your head down. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Cross those ankles. You're going to come all the way up to sit tall. And then let's just take a nice big stretch overhead. And then let's exhale and actually fold forwards here. We'll take a stretch through the backs of our legs. If you want to shake out your head here, you can. And then slowly coming up, you're going to round those shoulders back. You guys are all finished. Thanks so much.